What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to break down my current trading strategy for you guys to replicate. You guys may have seen videos in the past about my strategy, but this is the up-to-date strategy and what I am using today in my trading career. If you guys are new to my channel, I definitely recommend hitting that subscribe button. I also am on Instagram, so if you guys have any questions about trading or you want to connect with me, definitely shoot me a follow. And one last thing. If you guys want one-on-one mentorship where you can get on 10 Zoom calls with me, you can now apply for my one-on-one mentorship. There is a link in the description where you can book a phone call with me and we'll see if we're a good fit to work with each other. Now, without further ado, let's get in my computer and let's make some money. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I know that most of you probably are on the future side of trading. You have your Trade account set up. Maybe you have a prop firm account set up. I just want to get right into this strategy. And I'm going to map and give you guys literally the roadmap, the step-by-step process on how I trade so you guys can replicate this strategy identically. So I think the first thing that's important is you want to get your Trade account set up and linked to TradingView. Once you do that, when you guys go to your watch list, these are the three assets that I am only trading. I'm trading the E-mini NASDAQ, NAS 100 as most of you know, the E-mini S&P 500, and the E-mini Dow. So if we go to my chart, I have NASDAQ right here, then I have YM right here, and then I have ES right here. So I like to mainly focus on NASDAQ. I really like the technicals of NASDAQ, but I'm going to give you guys a little hack right here. NASDAQ and ES, the S&P 500, they correlate pretty similarly, meaning that the market structure and the patterns that are printing on the chart are pretty much going to be the same on ES and NQ. So with that being said, I focus on ES sometimes, but what I do a lot of the time, if you guys go right here on TradingView to this button and you click it right here, you can actually have the S&P 500 on one chart, and then what you could have is the Dow Jones on the other. Or the way that I like to do it is I'll have NQ, the NASDAQ, on the left chart right here, and then I have YM on the right side. Now this is going to give you guys a massive advantage because instead of staring at one chart, you now have your eyes on two charts. So if one of the specific entry models that we're looking for is not showing up on NASDAQ, it's most likely going to be showing up on YM and vice versa. So that's the first thing that you guys need to do is get your watch list set up and get these pairs on your chart. Now the next thing is timing. And let's get a little text box and we'll start writing this out. So we'll put this as Colt strategy, and I'd definitely recommend that you guys take notes. Okay, put this bigger. Okay, so the first step was getting our watch list made. So we did that. Okay, second step is going to be the charts. And the times that I am trading, or the charts that I'm trading on, guys, are the 15-second and the 1 minute. This strategy does work on other time frames, like the ideal entry model that I use, it does work on other time frames. But I want you guys to understand something. A lot of people have this ideal in their head that the 1 minute is too chaotic, it's too much, it's too fast. You have put that scenario and that idea in your own head. You may have a hard time controlling your emotions, which is, if you guys haven't done any like self-development and started to look up like how can I control my emotions and looked at your everyday life, you should probably start doing that, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. Your day-to-day habits and your results as a trader are a reflection of your day-to-day habits. So if you start looking inward and you understand, wait, why don't I have emotional control in this area of my life? Or why am I not patient in this area? And you start to dissect it and work on yourself. That's when the breakthrough starts to occur. Because what I'm showing you in this video, this is 10% of it. You guys need to understand that the psychology, the mindset is very, very important. So I like these smaller time frames because they deliver and they give me data much, much quicker. On the 15-second time frame, we have a new candle opening up every 15 seconds. Therefore, my data is going to be given to me much, much quicker. So we have our watch list, we have our charts. Now let's go into the timing. So the time that I prefer to trade is right at the market open at 6:30 a.m. PST. And I usually trade, guys, for 30 minutes. The cool thing about this strategy is it's not going to require a lot of time. And especially being on these lower time frames where I'm going to show you the actual like setup, the entry model that we look for, it's going to occur time and time after again. So if you guys show up Monday through Friday and you look at all three of these assets, you're going to see that setup show up multiple times and it'll give you the opportunity to take a trade. I think one thing that you guys need to really inherit when it comes down to using this strategy, especially on these lower time frames, is just being very, very patient. Waiting for that setup to appear, and when it does appear, just using proper risk management, setting your take profit and your stop loss, and letting the trade do its freaking thing. You guys don't want to interrupt the trade whatsoever. So we have our timing charts, watch list. Next thing is our entry model. And what we use is a fair value gap. I'm going to explain this for you guys. So if you guys go to your indicators and you type in Lux, Algo, space, fair value gap, this indicator is a game changer. You guys can see all these little rectangles on my chart. That is the fair value gap indicator printing right there. So let's go back to the market open and I'll show you guys a little trade that I was able to capitalize on earlier today. Okay, so it's right in here. Right in here. So this is what a fair value gap is. Pay very close attention. So we have this little rectangle that's printed on our chart from the Lux Algo fair value gap indicator. And what it is, this fair value gap is a 3 candlestick pattern. We have the first candle, second candle, and the third candle. And all that's happening is we're literally just seeing a rectangle be formed from the first candle's low for a bearish fair value gap. And then we're going to the third candle's high. And we're just extending this into the future, this rectangle. Now we have this fair value gap right here, 1, 2, 3 candles. Usually I like to see the 4th, 5th, or 6th candle go into this rectangle. And when it hits the bottom, the middle, or the top, those are all entries that we can take. So you guys can see a couple candles later, it started to come back into that fair value gap right here, and then it eventually pushed to the downside. Now, when we're actually going into a trade, let's say that we saw this fair value gap right here, and we can see the price of the S&P 500 is dropping. So ideally, like, the trend is your friend. You guys just want to be going with the momentum of the trend. We see that the momentum is going to the downside, so we're most likely going to be going short. So we see this fair value gap right here. What we could do to set it up is we'd go get a short position right here. We'd put it at the fair value gap. Our stop loss would be right above the first candle that makes a fair value gap every single time. So if you have a bullish fair value gap, it would go below the first candle. For a bearish fair value gap like this, it would go above the first candle that creates a fair value gap. And then for your TP, usually what I do is I like to just zoom out like this. I can see where previous structure is, previous lows or highs, and I could just be like, okay, I want to go down here. That will give me a nice risk-reward ratio of 1.89. And then all you do is you wait for price to go and hit your entry and let the freaking markets do the thing. Now, since we're on these lower time frames, like the 15-second, the 1 minute, I'm going to give you guys a major hack that will make this process way, way easier. So that's what your ideal trade would look like. And we could see eventually it came and hit our entry and then eventually went and hit our TP right here on this candle. So that's ideally what you would be looking for our entry model. Market structure is going to be massive, guys. You guys want to be looking at the structure of the market to give you an idea. And I know our whole text right here just got deleted. It's fine because we don't really need to go over the text anymore. So when it actually comes to like finding this setup, this is what you guys want to be seeing in the market. You want to literally see lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows. And as price is going and making these lower lows, you want to see a fair value gap that's formed, and you want to see the lower high trade into it. Same thing, we have a new lower low, you want to see a fair value gap, price retrades into it on the lower high, and then pushes lower. And vice versa for an uptrend, you would just be looking for higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and higher highs. What do you want to see? You want to see that fair value gap right here on the higher high and the higher low to hit it. Higher high, you want to see the higher low go and hit it. So it's very, very easy. You guys don't need to overcomplicate it, and you guys will be able to identify market structure a lot easier as you start showing up to the markets and you see this strategy. I would recommend that you guys really just focus on this one strategy for a solid 2 months. Just get the data, understand what the entry model looks like. And guys, if you want that one-on-one mentorship, if you want to work with me one-on-one and just figure out everything as quickly as possible, because ideally I believe that time's more valuable than money. And if I could show someone, hey, this is how I make $50,000 a month from trading, this is all you have to do, I would value that over me trying to do it on my own and wasting time. Okay, now when we're actually going into a trade, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for this example to a micro E-mini because the contract size is smaller. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys exactly how you guys can get into a trade very, very quickly. So once you have your account linked, your Tradeovate account, you want to right click on the settings. For the trading, make sure you have instant order placement on. You want to click that on. Now I can literally go into a buy. Let's say I want to buy right now. Boom, I want to buy. But where's my stop loss and my take profit? So all you would do is you would go below your entry right here, and you would go to this little plus sign. And if we're in a buy position, you would click it and you would have sell stop. So sell 1 right here, because that is going to be your stop loss. So ideally, if the market comes down here, it will hit my stop loss and it will take me out of the trade automatically. And then vice versa for your TP, you would just go above your position, click this, and then it would be a sell limit. So since we bought, we're going to be selling that one contract back. And then we bought, we're going to be putting that one contract, we're going to be selling it if it hits our stop loss. So that's like the quickest way to be able to get into the markets, because when you guys are watching these fair value gaps form, you need to be quick. And you can't go down to this trade panel, turn this on, and then go to this and change your units and figure it all out. Like we would originally do that, but you kind of need to have like your risk management already set within your mind. So you know, okay, I know that if I use one contract and it goes up 50 ticks, I'm going to lose this amount of money, whatever it is. And that's what you guys can do, is you can literally just go to this trade window and you could say, okay, what if I use 5 contracts and I have a 50 tick stop loss? So if 5 contracts, 50 ticks, I'll lose $125. So you guys can kind of like get a ballpark number on what you would be risking. It is a little difficult, but I'm telling you guys right now, if you really focus on catching those high quality trades, you're not going to really have an issue with losing. And this is where like the self-control comes in. So I'm going to give you guys one more hack. We'll close this trade with a little profit right there. And it's so cool, just the 15-second time frame, it gives you data so freaking quickly. I love it. So I'm going to give you guys a little hack before we end this video, or not a hack, I'm going to give you guys something that will really help you enhance your trading. So if you guys go to Amazon and you type in the Daily Trading Coach, this book right here is the book that ultimately changed my whole entire trading career. Once I read this book, I understand the art of the psychology, the art of mindset, and all these things were so freaking vital that I needed to understand in my trading career. So you guys can go on Amazon. They have the hardcover, paperback, audiobook, Kindle, whatever you guys want to get, you need this book. If you don't join my program, book a call, at least go and get this book, because this is going to change your whole entire trading career. Guys, I appreciate you guys all so much supporting my channel and watching my videos. I don't know if you guys know, but it really does mean a lot. And I don't know why my channel doesn't get that many views, but even if I get 100 views, 200, 300 views per video, that's potentially 100, 200, 300 lives that can be impacted. telling you right now, information is what changes your situation, but the application of that information is just important. You guys need to do your due diligence. You guys need to do the work in going back, test, and study the charts. So I hope you guys got value from this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, guys. Not a lot of people made it to the end of the video, but you did. Make sure you share this video with a friend. Also, comment below. I want to know who you guys are and how I can help you guys out with your trading. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I'm dropping weekly videos every single week on trading to help you guys out. Look forward to seeing you guys soon.